Hey y'all, let's get into this Russell Simmons and Kimora and Aoki situation. In my opinion, this is just a classic case of emotional unintelligence, and this is just a man scorn. His feelings is hurt and he wants to take it out on his children, and that's not cool. That's not okay in any means, in any situation. And he just, I don't know, he gotta grow up. But you'll see in this video as to why a lot of this has started, a lot of these situations has started, and you'll hear from Aoki and Kimora themselves. So let's just get into it. And if you enjoy this video, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get into it. So Aoki Simmons, Russell and Kimora's daughter, took to her Instagram story and said the following. I have done everything I could do since I was 15. I have tried my hardest to not have drama, to be quiet and calm for the sake of the family that I love. But I don't know what a person can do at this point. Maybe if I was older, I'd know. Aoki continues to say, some of us do think he's mentally ill or experiencing something like dementia. He really acts like he hates and does not know his children frequently. Prior to his media issues, he was really the best dad ever and a great co-parent. He and my mom were best friends. We all defended him against anything. And then he suddenly turned on anyone who will let him lash out. It's really just a terrifying change to watch. And I'm sure at some point in the last few days, we've all seen these pictures and videos here of Russell just screaming erratically. Now, we can't hear what he's saying because this was a FaceTime screen recording that Aoki did and posted. But obviously, he is erratic and irate and not very happy. Shout out to Chronicle Speaks. This is a YouTuber that my mom loves, and we both enjoy. And she actually was able to make out some of the words that Russell said, something about I'm broke or whatever. Usually I'm very good at reading lips, but with this right here, I wasn't even trying to take the time. In my opinion, this is just a situation of a man with too much power and not enough sense, because there's no reason why he should really be treating his daughters this way when the real problem is with Kimora. And I'll show you the lives with Aoki and with Kimora and the things that they had to say. And something that Kimora said about a legal situation makes all the sense in the world as to why Russell is behaving how he does. But let's see what Aoki had to say.
I can't, between a lot of people who are close to him and who have experienced how he is, just lashed out at anyone he can and completely changed the person that he is. A lot of us feel like maybe something's wrong, like mentally, I don't know. He's older, I don't know, but he has completely changed. I will come on here and talk about whatever I want because it's my life and I'm the one suffering. So, he has completely changed. The couple texts I just had, those are only the beginning. I'm gonna go through them if he's gonna, I don't want to post a ton. But if he tries to say that, like, it's not happening, I have screen recordings, I have voice memos of things that it doesn't sound like a human being. He's, like, shrieking and yelling, and, he sounds, like, possessed. So, I will say, I'm not even sure if it's, like, to his credit, but the best explanation I have is something mental going on, because I used to be very close to my dad. He used to be a good co-parent, close with my mom, my stepdad. He was his godfather to my little brothers. We all went on vacation together every year, like very close, well after the divorce. Everyone was really happy. When he had business ventures, my mom would invest in them, like good friend.
Godfather to her little brothers? Are you shitting me? Are you serious? But he is just spazzing on everybody now? I don't know, that don't make no sense. And you can tell that Aoki is hurt because she didn't do anything wrong. Her and her sister didn't do anything wrong. Russell's entire issue is with Kimora and whatever happened with that money. And as a matter of fact, I'll let Kimora tell you about that right now.
So you guys know that if you pay attention to the time frame of things, you will see that some years ago, recently, this ex in question brought a lawsuit against me and my family, a completely frivolous lawsuit, where he accused me of all kinds of crazy stuff, like embezzling, laundering, defrauding, all these things. Again, everybody that knows me knows that nothing could be like further from the truth. Clearly, I'm sitting right here in my home, right? There's no, none of that. I didn't flee the country. I don't run. I don't have to hide from anybody. I didn't commit any atrocities that I need to answer for, here or in the next life, at the gates, wherever I'm going to get. I don't have to do that like some other people. So if you pay attention to, excuse me, I'm a little emotional, but I get like that. So do my kids. So sorry about that. But if you pay attention to when this lawsuit was launched, it's probably like a couple years ago, you'll notice that that's when all of these attacks started coming from my ex. You'll notice that that's when a barrage of crap started coming over here to us. You'll notice that the kids stopped kind of, over the past years, they stopped kind of seeing their dad as much. And also, again, I have 5 kids, so I've always been like, an open book. All my other kids consider.
So Kimora clearly states that Russell sued her, and basically that's when all of this mess started. I watched a YouTube video, again, shout out to Chronicle Speaks, and she got into everything that happened, and basically it was just some money that Russell never got back, and it was something to do with Kimora and that white man she is or maybe was married to or whatever. And basically now he's brokered in a joke, and he done scammed everybody with them rush cards, allegedly. And now he's taking it out on his kids, I didn't show the entire live because it was very long. But at one point, Kimora says that Russell just stopped paying the kids' helping to pay some of the kids' tuition for their school and stuff. Like, he just, apparently right before finals or whatever, he just completely stopped. And it was probably, in my opinion, to shake them some, because Kimora says that Russell told the kids, like, why'd you go to college? It was a waste of money, yada, yada, yada. So basically, what I'm getting is that this man has spent all his money, he broke it in a joke, and now he's trying to take it out on his kids. And that's what men do. They lash out because they don't have any emotional intelligence. The only thing they know how to do is yell and scream and all kinds of stuff. Some men, let me say that because I don't want to offend anyone. But this is giving me, I have spread myself too thin, and now I'm just going to take it out on the people who I know won't really leave me or won't really be like, well, maybe it's your fault, these are his kids. And of course, children aren't going to be disrespectful to their parents, but at some point, Russell has to understand that, like, these are grown women now. They're not 5 and 10. And that's kind of what I was getting to earlier. Like, at some point, maybe with black men, they don't see their daughters as little girls no more, because they grow up, they're women, and he can't just control them or be like, well, you can be on my side, don't use your mom. Because even in one of Aoki's lives, she said that Russell would call her and her sister and talk about how much of a C word their mom is. I wouldn't want to talk to him either. If you out here calling my mom all kinds of shit, nigga, I wouldn't want to talk to you either. So this is just someone who is angry at the mother of his children, and he's trying to take it out on them as well. But what he don't understand is that's not gonna do nothing. And at some point, they were gonna get frustrated and say something. That's abusive. What he's doing is emotionally abusing them. Now let's get into these screenshots Aoki gave us. From what it says, she's talking in the green and Russell's in the white, and she says, "Just why? I'm out here praying for you and hoping everything goes well, and you call my mother a piece of shit." Russell says, "Neutral my ass. I don't even appear in your media, and your mother has stolen my money and the love of my kids as she promised. She actually is." That's all I can see him saying. And then she says, "You will never something again. I'll never speak to you until you die. Don't ever say that again. She did not steal it. You lost it." And Russell says, "She is a piece of shit. And Aoki says, "Understand, you lost it with your actions." And then in the black, Aoki says, "I've had enough. I know I may love jobs or whatever. I don't even know. I was always a daddy's girl. You can see that in any picture, but he's been awful to me for years, and that's just the truth." The next side of the screenshot is of Aoki saying Happy Father's Day to him. And then in the black, she says, "I do my best. I do not side with anyone over any legal businesses. He's been directly harmful to me. He tries to get at my mom by hurting us since I was 16 or 17. He literally forced me into needing therapy, but says sorry he doesn't have $100 a month to pay for a session." Hold up, pause. He don't have $100 to pay for a session for some shit that he's putting you through? Man, if only the people who have caused you trauma could pay for that shit, literally, by paying for your sessions, I feel like so many people in the world will be better. And this nigga got money and he can't even pay $100. Well, from what Kimora says, that he don't have shit, allegedly, but not even $100 to pay for a therapy session, but he out here doing yoga and shit. Nigga, bye. The next screenshots of messages from Aoki say, "Dad, I stopped talking to you because you were giving me panic attacks to the point I was placed on emergency medication every time we spoke. I cannot have a relationship with you until that stops. No one stops me from talking to you. My health does. I have to put that first. Every time I spoke to you, you would yell and scream about a legal situation that I can't even respond to because I am not involved. I am your child, not your lawyer, your ex-wife, any of it. I can do nothing, yet you yell at me like it's my fault. You are putting so much anger and rage on me every phone call, cursing, screaming, and God knows what else. I'm sorry, but I cannot be the target of that, and it's not fair. It got to the point I could not hear your voice without having an anxiety attack. You have to at least respect I'm putting my health and well-being first." The next screenshot says, "And gave me a panic attack. Don't make me regret introducing him to you." And it looks like Russell in the white says, "Literally broke." And then in her messages, she continues to say, "Cool. I'm going to block you. I don't want to talk about it. Certainly don't text my boyfriend because I respectfully took some space. I try not to block you because what if it's an emergency and you are my dad?" And in the black comment, she says, "If I block him or need some space, he'd harass my boyfriend, my friends, literally college students and children." That is some sick shit. That's like, you can't yell at me and badger me and harass me and think that I'm still supposed to talk to you, like I'm still supposed to stick to it. And from some of the lives that I saw Aoki did, she said that he would literally like try and blackball her if she ever spoke out. And now all of these screenshots and lives and posts and stuff, they're all off of her Instagram. They're off of everybody's Instagram now. But this is the true tea. Aoki continued to post more screenshots, basically trying to prove how close her and her dad were and how she was just always taking pictures with him. And in the black box, she says, "I have always shown up for my dad as a daughter can. I have always been in his corner. I've tried everything I could try." And then in the second photo, she says, "I did the best that I could anyway. I'm out of here." This is just a hurt daughter, because everything that he's projecting onto his daughters it all stems from what's going on with Kimora and those not little girls, but those girls, those young women, they don't deserve to feel that, because that's not bitterness, that's rage. Like, that's rage directed towards them, and they didn't do a thing. Now, these screenshots are from Kimora's Instagram, which are now gone. But she says, "I'm so sorry to have to do this, but this man has been threatening my kids' lives. I'm hearing so much more now. We won't be bullied, threatened, or afraid. Who gives a fuck?" And then says, "Leave my kids alone. This narrative of attacking the only caregiver, the only parent in the home with the kids, the mom and the kids, for one's own shortcomings and embarrassment is dead. Dead, dead." Kimora continues to say, "The same abusive ish. This is how you maneuver with the world and women all around you. Your threats and lies and intimidation maneuvers and tactics are sad. Stop it, please. Your own flesh and blood. Enough is enough. You said Aoki and Ming would never work again, and that you'd ruin her and them. Really? This is how you learn. If people don't mess with you, then they don't mess with you. No love lost. And for those of you who know and send your love and support, thank you. We love you." That's some chump shit. You helped create Def Jam, and you are trying to blackball your own daughters. It's fucked up. But Russell also responded with his own post, and this is a picture, I guess, or video of both of his daughters. And in his caption, he says, "God is testing you a little bit. It's okay. Be strong. They are called growing pains. As you know, we grow through adversity and struggle. You were forced to read my books and hear me preach your whole childhood. Reach back, remember to remember, smile and breathe, smile and breathe. You are the watchers of this world. So let go, be at ease. God is driving and he is working on you. No conditions for sure. I love you guys more than I love myself." That's gaslighting. It's gaslighting. And they know it. And that's why they don't talk to him. And I'm sorry, but don't mess with anybody who gaslights you, because you can't have a conversation with them. You can't have a relationship with them, because they're going to always make it feel like it's your fault and never take any accountability. This was gaslighting at the purest form. And then he tried to be petty and post the screenshot of Angela Simmons saying happy birthday to him. Like, don't try and dangle the carrot in their face. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. That's not grown up. Like, he gotta grow up. He lashing out like a child. And I really don't think it's any mental illness. I just feel like this man is burnt out. He lost all his money. And he just pissed at the world. That's what that is. His ego's hurt. And then he posts this crap saying, "The father you have is the perfect father for the evolution of your soul and the lessons that you needed to learn in this lifetime." But that doesn't mean that father cannot grow and stop being immature. Like, sometimes it just feels like men in general feel like they don't need to change or grow or evolve to make their relationships better with the people in their life, especially the women in their lives. And these are young women. And she talking about she got to take medication after talking to him. Like, I don't talk to anybody who gives me anxiety. I'm still working on myself. But when it comes to your dad, you have to put your foot down and establish boundaries. And sometimes dads don't get what boundaries are, because no one else has established them. Kimora must have haven't established them when they were together, but now his daughters are showing him the work. I don't know, y'all. This was just a lot. And these children are hurt. These daughters are hurt. And this man is just... he's a mess. Like, he's broke and he's angry and he's annoyed and he's upset. Now, I'm not trying to discredit anything Aoki and her family are saying about him possibly having, any mental illness issues. But if that's the case, y'all need family therapy. Everybody needs family therapy, but y'all need it, because the way that man was lashing out on y'all over FaceTime, hell no. I would not deal with it at all. But if y'all enjoyed this review or this video, let me know in the comments below. If you have anything to say, anything you want to add, you just let me know. And make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next one.